From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Roz. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Woo! Woo! Hey, Mocha.
Yes.
You ready? Let's do the news!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
I don't know if you guys are still watching the morning show on Apple TV, but
love it.
everybody's freaking out because
No spoilers! I didn't watch the new episode yet. I'm watching it tonight.
Sex scene between Jon Hamm and Jennifer Aniston.
Spoiler alert, man.
Bro, it's
Come on.
everywhere.
I don't care.
Everywhere. It's everywhere.
Maria, what season are you on?
One, I started like a few weeks ago.
Wow,
Here,
so this
I'm
is
gonna-
real spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you guys an email right now because I want you to watch it because they like this is like Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
To me, Jennifer Aniston and Jon Hamm. I just sent you Maria, you Shem, and you Mocha. Maury, you already saw it. The clip. Jennifer Aniston and Jon Hamm to me represent like two very similar places in the universe, just he is him and she is her. Do you know what I mean by that? Like the way that people look at them and the way that they've aged and the fan, like it's crazy to me that these two would sort of come together. But a lot of fans are very happy about it. Mocha, did you get my email?
No, but I got one on the Costco warehouse sale.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. So the director of the episode said that it was a close set and these two are very grown-up actors who really understood the nature of storytelling and were very much part of it. We wanted it to be sensitive. We wanted it to be sexy. We wanted it to be adult. We wanted it to be emotional. They really let go. They're great actors, and there you have it. So here's the scene, the lead up.
Question, when they say
Yes.
close set, how many people you think are actually there?
Mandatory. So probably director, AD, sound guy, the person who's in charge of
Like makeup and stuff?
maybe makeup, but also the person who's in charge of, I forget what they call them
Intimacy
now.
coordinator.
Thank you, Maury. Probably an intimacy coordinator. Thank you for that.
Oh, whoa.
Okay,
Yo.
so hold on. So let me play this clip for you first. So this is the scene in the kitchen. So she just finishes interviewing him, and it's a really contentious interview.
Still doesn't change that. Even if it does happen, it's, it's not like we're in bed together. I mean, metaphorically speaking.
Right.
You know,
And literally,
we are not in bed.
you should keep it that way.
Oh, come
We're
on
in
now.
furious agreement.
I've never been more furious.
I think we should do this.
Right. Never happened.
I'm gonna go grab my. I forgot my coat over here. No, my coat's right in my. Did I forget anything else?
Did you forget anything else? I don't think you forgot anything else.
I don't think I did. Secrets.
Okay, right?
Oh,
Okay. Now click on the
boy.
link that I sent you. Click on the link that I sent you.
So this is happening. Oh, Jennifer Aniston!
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. It's a hot scene. Yeah.
No wonder it was a close set.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Because you start thinking maybe they use body doubles and stuff like that, but from
This
the way
is
that
not
that is
a
not
body double.
No.
This is two bodies.
Yes.
This is Jon Hamm and Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. To me, they're perfect together. Like in real life, I want them
Bro.
together.
They're
you
both
know?
single.
Are they really? Is he single more?
Didn't he leave Sophia Vergara?
No, that's
John
Joe
Manganiello.
Joe
Oh,
Manganiello.
you're right.
Yeah. Maybe he should be with. Yeah, that's actually another good pair. Jon Hamm and Sofia Vergara.
No wonder this is a close set, Jennifer Aniston.
Look, it's still watching.
Rachel, what's Ross gonna say?
I don't know.
What, y'all on a break again?
I know, and something else that so one of the stories about this was like Jennifer Aniston hasn't done a love scene like this since Friends. I'm like, there was nothing even close to this on Friends. Like
Wow, that's
nothing
crazy.
even close. Yeah. So it's people are freaking out over that.
Wow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
15 years ago, in 2008, was the the anniversary today of when Single Ladies was released.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Remember all the meme with I guess they weren't even memes then. They were just like viral videos, like when the guys on SNL did the dance with Andy Samberg and stuff like that.
Justin Timberlake,
Justin
right?
Timberlake. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that was great too. God, 15 years. That's crazy to me 15 years ago.
Do you remember where you were?
The first time I heard it was actually I was at ET Canada. Was the first time I heard it and they tried to get me to do a dance that they were going to post on Twitter,
and
I said no.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
but you think because you say no to all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think they were just asking just to be polite,
No.
or did they think that this was going to be the one time?
No.
This video that's gone viral and literally everyone's doing it.
They did the Carly Rae Jepsen lip dub thing.
Yeah, we did that here, and you
they
didn't want to do it.
They did the mannequin thing.
Yeah.
They did what was that other one where everybody freaks out, where the song kicks in?
Oh.
Remember that one?
Harlem Shake, the Harlem Shake
Harlem
song.
Shuffle?
Yeah.
Is it Harlem Shake or Harlem Shuffle?
The song was Harlem Shake. I forget the name of the show.
Yeah, the Harlem they did all that planking. They did all of that stuff.
You didn't even want to.
I'm not going to plank.
All you have to do is lay there.
No, I'm not laying. No, I will lay there on my own time. I'm not laying there for work.
Let you plank every day
No.
on the couch and in bed.
No, you shush.
Already.
Okay? You shush.
Anyway, happy anniversary, Single Lady.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
475 Canadians in Gaza and the West Bank have all registered with the Department of Global Affairs and have no safe way out because crossing from both areas have been closed. According to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, that all travel in the region is discouraged. Trudeau yesterday pledged $10 million in humanitarian assistance for Israel and the Gaza Strip. But as of right now, there's no evacuation plan. And I know that the people that were trying to get out of Israel, I think they had like 2 planes and then up. And then this point, it's you pay. Like if you're in Israel, if you're in Israel and you're a Canadian and you want to try and get home, like a bunch of people were flying into Toronto yesterday. Yeah. And if you weren't on one of those like sort of early planes that took off like 4 days later, you book it yourself. Like family back in Canada what they're doing with their people there is they're booking them on like 7 flights out of Tel Aviv to Egypt. Because you have to turn around. Like the sirens start going off, you got to go back home.
Yeah.
Right? So they're booking them on multiple flights, hoping that they can make it to the airport to get one of them. So I don't know what the $10 million is going to do, but it's certainly not there. Toronto police have arrested 3 men. And its hate crime unit is investigating after threats were directed towards a Jewish school here in North York. And in London, England, students were told to stay away they've closed 4 schools until Monday. This was after an ex-Hamas leader called for today a global protest and day of action. So whatever that means.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
I don't know whether your football group chat was going crazy or not last night, but Taylor was at the game again.
Chiefs.
Travis Kelce, I guess he was questionable to play. And then he wound up playing, and then he limped for a little bit.
Yards on yards. Yo, that limp was fake. Come on.
And then he went back into the game, and then he limped a bit again.
Yeah, he was like, check this out, Broncos. My ankle hurts. Guess what?
He did finish
Watch
out the
me catch
game
this ball.
with 124 receiving yards, though. So things
yards on yards. I'm waiting for the sports booking apps to hit me up for an endorsement deal. I got you.
I don't think you're allowed. Celebrities aren't allowed to do those anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Right? Not allowed to do those anymore.
Well, if you need advice, hit me up in the DMs.
Yeah. You definitely
everything.
fall into that category.
Everything.
Yeah.
The over-unders, the spreads.
You got them all?
All of them.
Yeah?
The spreads, wide.
Wide.
Like so wide.
You always bet on a wide spread.
Widest spread.
Okay.
I'll bet on narrow.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to do that. Especially not the last night's game. Come on now. Chiefs, 5-1. Go Chiefs.
They are 5-1. Yeah, they won last night 19-8. Is that a wide spread, Mocha? 19-8?
Mid.
That's a mid spread. Yeah, okay.
Hit me up.
Okay.
I got you.
I got you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Here's a clip of Doja Cat on Hot Ones talking about why she went bald, like shaved her head. And I want to play this only because, not that I'm interested in hearing why Doja Cat went bald, but the question happens right at a point of where the hot sauce kicks in.
Oh. What to you so far has been the most welcome benefit of going bald? So.
Oh no.
What I like most about it is I can focus on what I'm wearing and less about my hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been able to like.
Oh no.
I don't know. It's just like hair is another. It's a whole other world. It's a whole other situation. It's like you gotta braid it and pigtails and shit like that. It's like that. I could just do a cute outfit and be bald. Like there's a hella bad bitches that are bald in this world. Like why would I have to do hair all the time?
Yo.
This is not so bad after a while.
Right. Once you kind of settle into it.
Yeah, it sounds like she's in a rush to get out of there. Or she's terrified.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like they're both being chased by ghosts.
It's so funny.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
SNL was back. Did anybody watch, or did everybody just do what everybody does and watch the clips Sunday morning?
No, I watched the whole thing live.
You did watch the whole thing live?
Yeah, with a bowl of ice cream.
Wow. Pete Davidson was the host. They didn't do a cold open skit. There wasn't a comedy-filled opening monologue. Instead, Pete came out and said this.
This week, we saw the horrible images and stories from Israel and Gaza. And I know what you're thinking. Who better to comment on it than Pete Davidson? Well, in a lot of ways, I am a good person to talk about it because when I was 7 years old, my dad was killed in a terrorist attack. So I know something about what that's like. I saw so many terrible pictures this week of children suffering, Israeli children and Palestinian children. And it took me back to a really horrible, horrible place. And, no one in this world deserves to suffer like that, especially not kids. After my dad died, my mom tried pretty much everything she could do to cheer me up. I remember one day when I was 8, she got me what she thought was a Disney movie, but it was actually the Eddie Murphy stand-up special, Delirious.
Oh, no.
And we played it in the car on the way home, and when she heard the things Eddie Murphy was saying, she tried to take it away. But then she noticed something. For the first time in a long time, I was laughing again. I don't understand it. I really don't, and I never will. But sometimes comedy is really the only way forward through tragedy. My heart is with everyone whose lives have been destroyed this week. But tonight, I'm going to do what I've always done in the face of tragedy, and that's try to be funny. Remember, I said try. And live from New York, it's Saturday night.
Aww.
So that was the opening.
Perfect.
And then they did a riff on I'm Just Ken, that song from the Barbie movie, but I'm Just Pete.
No one cares about the work I do. I made a show with Joe Pesci too. And no one streamed it but my mom.
Oh no.
I do things like call up Colin Jones and say, homie, we should buy a boat.
Anyway.
They tell me I had butthole eyes.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift showed up. They did like a whole thing with the NFL and all this other stuff. But Taylor Swift did show up to introduce Ice Spice.
Once again, Ice Spice.
Oh.
SNL, what up?
Oh, she performed the new song with Rema.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love this song. Pretty Girl? Was Rema actually there?
Yes, he was.
Oh my God,
Really, yeah?
amazing. Yeah,
So good.
they're pushing this song hard, huh?
Let me hear it live. I didn't hear this yet.
Looking at you, got my eyes wide, damn. Got my eyes wide. Looking at you, got my eyes wide, damn. So out of this world like sci-fi. Looking at you, got my eyes wide, damn. Looking at you, got my eyes wide. Looking at you, got my eyes wide, damn. So out of this world like sci-fi. I am the one that got live.
Oh, so good. I'm glad she performed that song on Saturday. That's wicked.
I want to see Rema and Omi perform together because I think I could go from like that song right into cheerleader,
Oh,
back to back. You know, right?
Perfect.
Oh, perfect. What a vibe. And Taylor Swift's Eras Tour over the weekend, their concert film, pulled in an estimated $95 to $97 million. However, the final tally could be closer to 94 when it's all said and done. Internationally, 31 to 33 million is the estimate. So globally, she's sitting at around 126 to 130 million, making it the highest grossing concert film in domestic box office history.
Did you guys see that one video somebody posted of the theater that they were at watching Eras? And the whole place, it was like basically like you were at the concert.
Yeah.
The place was live. Everyone dancing, singing, having a good time. People were even down like in front of the screen. You know that big area where the front row is? And like dancing and stuff. And then I go through the comments and every single comment, people were like, my theater was not like this.
No.
Where is this theater?
Yeah, but did you see the video where Taylor Lautner was doing backflips in the front row?
Did you see the video of Taylor Swift watching her own movie?
No.
Where she's standing up and dancing like she's not Taylor Swift?
But that was from the premiere, right?
From the premiere on last Wednesday?
Yes. She watched it with fans, and everybody was up and dancing, and she was up and like lip syncing to herself.
It's like, no, that's not cool. I'd be so mad.
But yeah, so are the theaters not rowdy here?
I don't know. Like everything, people were like, "Hey, I watched a movie in Montreal, and it didn't. It was like people were just sitting watching it like a movie."
Could you imagine though that's your expectations, and you go in and you try to start it? And people just don't like.
And they're like, sit down.
Yeah.
You gotta go, man.
I'm just trying to watch the movie.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let's start with Madonna. She kicked off her big tour on was it Saturday night, Maury?
Saturday night at the O2.
Saturday night at the O2.
What's the tour called? Jurassic Park?
Celebration tour.
Wow. Celebration, man. Damn. That's crazy.
I wish I looked as good as her at 65.
Yeah.
You'll find out in 2 years.
Oh my God. So let's just go through some of the Madonna stuff here. You just go through whatever you want to over there, Mo. I'm sort of liking the fact that she kept things sort of the way that they originally sounded. She didn't do a lot of messing with the arrangements.
None of the songs she did.
Yeah, do you think that's because of some of the backlash? Like I know Dan Mori has been very vocal, and your husband Matthew have been very vocal about changing up the songs and like doing only the remix versions.
It's because this is a greatest hits tour, and I'm convinced this is her last tour. So she wants to go out with all of us remembering how they sounded.
What else you got there, Mocha? Holiday.
And she never does this one the right way, and she is.
Yeah.
Like she only does like remix versions?
Yeah, she does a terrible version of it, yeah. What else you got there? Sounds just like the record, right?
So are people happy then?
People are thrilled. Yeah, all the videos of reviews we watched, everyone's very happy.
So here,
people are upset that she left songs out.
Yeah, which is tough. But I mean, she was playing stuff that she hasn't played since like the early 90s on tour,
Lives
right?
to tell,
Yeah. Bedtime Story she hasn't done since 95. Rain she hasn't done since 93.
Wow.
What else is on there? Don't Tell Me she hasn't done since 2016. Dine of the Day she hasn't done since 2004. Justify My Love she hasn't done since 93.
Wow, so these are like
realistically
so I think like the biggest and best Madonna hits then.
Yeah, so here let me read you part of one review from somebody who is a Madonna fan and because I mean none of us were at the show, so I don't know the sort of vibe. They say that if this show has a problem, it's that it's rather too long, too self-indulgent, and has too many pretentious interludes. I mean, I think if it's your concert, you can be as self-indulgent as you want to be. It's your stage.
Yeah, facts.
They go on to say, I can see why the body of work is huge, and there's a lot of ground to cover. Plus, at 65, Madonna needs her rest breaks. But the main issue, I think, is that she seems to have slightly misjudged her audience. Quite a few around me left early, retreated to the bar, or just went on their phones, bored by the overblown symbolism and endless, slightly embarrassing onstage smut and snogging.
Oh, wow.
So I guess there's like a lot of making out and stuff. Waiting for the train afterwards, the overall post-gig chat that I heard was not universally positive. They say, I think what she's quite grasped in her... I think what she hasn't quite grasped is that her core fans and the ones who can afford tickets to see Madonna are old.
Oh, wow.
So I think that maybe
those words cut deep, huh?
Well, we almost couldn't afford it, so maybe I'm not that old.
Yeah, but Maury, here's the thing. At your age, you should be able to afford it. Okay?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let me ask you this question here. If there was an R&B Mount Rushmore, who would be on that R&B Mount Rushmore? Shem, I'll start with you.
Sure. Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
Oh, good one.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go Diana Ross.
Really?
Yeah, that's a legend.
You already did 4, right?
No, that's 3.
That's 3.
And wow, who else? Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mocha, is yours any different?
Yeah, Michael Jackson, number 1.
Yeah.
I would even say Usher would be on there. I would put Beyonce on there. I would put...
It's crazy. I'm learning right now. I don't know what the hell R&B is, because I would never say Michael Jackson was an R&B artist. He's a pop star.
Well, I know they call him the king of pop, but his music for the most part was
okay.
R&B.
I would. And
think so?
I know
Oh, yeah.
people are probably gonna hate, but I'll even put Chris Brown on there.
Wow.
I was going to say Chris Brown.
What about Aretha Franklin?
You can say Chris Brown now.
Yeah, exactly.
Scared.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say Aretha. I don't know more. I don't know. But here is Mario. Remember Mario?
Yeah.
So they TMZ caught up with Mario and asked Mario to do his R&B Mount Rushmore.
I want to know your R&B Mount Rushmore. I'm super curious to know. Guys,
Mount
girls,
Rushmore.
whoever.
Beyonce, Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Beyonce, Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Me.
Okay, you. All right, you put in you.
You know
in
why I
this?
say that? Hold on, because
Yeah, why?
I grew up listening to so many different types of music, and my mother and my grandmother, so I got like 2 generations of just soul music, you know, just great R&B, you know what I'm saying, that I grew up to. So that's why I say my voice kind of, I can do a little bit of everything. I would say the 4th person would be Whitney Houston.
Okay.
Whitney Houston,
So let's get this
okay.
straight. Michael
Anybody
Jackson, Beyonce, Whitney Houston, and Mario.
No. Mario, you had one
Mario.
number 1 hit in like 2004, 2005.
What was it?
Let Me Love You. This track.
Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. You don't believe his stories.
You know that there are lies.
Never heard the song before.
What?
No.
Stick around, and I just
I like it,
don't
though.
know why. Baby, you.
Number 1 on the Billboard charts for 9 straight weeks.
Really, huh?
But this is
it.
like your only number 1 song, bro. Don't make me go through your chart history, Mario, and embarrass you, bro.
Oh, damn.
Okay?
Damn.
You had a song that... I'm not even going to say it, but it was in the 50s.
Oh. Like peaked?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
Peaked at 52.
Yeah, that's not Rushmore.
No.
No.
You have another song.
That's a
peaked
pebble.
Yeah.
Peaked at 33. You have another song peaked at 14.
Yeah.
You had another one like peaked at number 4.
Yeah.
This was like arguably, this was your biggest song, Mario.
Yeah, like if
you can't.
Yeah, like if you were like, who are the top R&B artists of all time, but you had to write them down with a Sharpie on like a middle school desktop, maybe you would put Mario. But he's not Mount Rushmore, right?
Not at all.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We were going through Madonna's set list from her O2 Arena shows in London earlier in the show today. And that was night 1, but now I'm just reading reviews of night 2. And I guess Madonna was late.
Oh, no.
And they have a hard curfew at the O2.
Mm-hmm.
And so they cut the show at 11. And so people on night 2 didn't get to hear Like a Virgin, Bitch on Madonna, or Holiday.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
That's how late was she?
I don't know. I don't know how late she was, but the out is 11 o'clock.
Well,
I think
three songs late.
I think if you're an artist and you have a set time, start time for your show, and you're late, I think your fans deserve a little bit of a refund.
Yeah, I mean...
Then Lauryn Hill owes me a lot of money.
Yeah, Lauryn Hill owes a lot of people a lot of money.
Same with Rihanna.
Because I think what winds up... Because I think at the O2, Monday to Saturday, the curfew is 11, but on Sundays, it's 10:30.
Oh.
So she doesn't have that buffer that she normally would at other places. So they had to cut the show.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jada Pinkett Smith, more stuff on the memoir, including Will Smith responding. Whoa, what a simp this guy is. I don't know what she has on him. I don't know what she has on Will.
So she just blows up the spot like every day.
Bro, and she went on the book. She went in that book. She's like, we're not married. Like, we're not. When he said wife, I was like, what? Like, all of this stuff, right?
His latest, just so you know, his latest post on Instagram is him just lying like on a bed on a boat, and it just says notifications off.
No, he said, fun fact, I can nap anywhere.
Well, the
right?
caption is notifications off.
Yeah, but and then Jada replied to that with just like 2 smiley faces.
Oh,
and remember it was his birthday and she didn't even say I love you, like didn't say anything like that.
Now we know why.
So here is a clip of Jada. We'll go with the one where she's talking to Jay Shetty on the On Purpose with Jay Shetty, because he reads off a statement that he got from Will. So listen to this.
On Oscar night 2020.
The other one. Yeah.
I applaud and honor you. If I had read this book 30 years ago, I definitely would have hugged you more.
Oh, wow.
I'll start now.
No, Will.
Welcome to the Authors Club. I love you endlessly. Now go get some Merlot and take a rest.
He know I can't have no Merlot.
Oh, damn.
Right?
That was a response.
That's beautiful.
What else?
That's why I can't divorce that joker.
Because he's such a simp.
Yo, it's like
right?
they're just continuously clowning on the guy.
Right? That's why I can't divorce him, because look at how devoted he is to me. He also, New York Times got a statement from Will Smith as well, where they say that reading Jada's memoir kind of woke him up. They go on to say, paraphrasing Will, that he didn't realize that she is more resilient, clever, and compassionate than he ever understood. And he says, when you've been with someone for more than half your life, a sort of emotional blindness sets in, and you can all too easily lose your sensitivity to their hidden nuances and subtle beauties. That's what he got from reading the book.
Nah, bro. Hold on.
Yeah. So do you want to play the other clip now, which was from, is it Good Morning America? Is that who it was from?
Yeah, with Hoda.
With Hoda, talking about the Oscar slap.
On Oscar night 2022, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock after Chris made a crack about Jada's hair.
I could tell it bothered you. You did an eye roll.
Right. Yeah. And I did that eye roll not so much for me. And I think this is really important, but the fact that there could be a jab at alopecia.
Will then went on a profane tirade warning Chris not to mention his wife's name. Jada couldn't believe what she was hearing.
What is going on? Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right
keep
now?
my wife's
name out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on.
What viewers did not see at the time, while Oscar clips were being shown, was Chris Rock leaning over the stage to talk to Jada.
And Chris looks to me and he says, Jada, I meant no harm. Now, I'm just out of it because I'm really worried about
And
Will.
what's Will doing? He's just sitting there?
And Will's still talking. He's like, because now he's mad because Chris is talking to me. And I go, Chris, this is about some old That's all I could think to say, right? And I couldn't really take in his apology.
What a great sell for the book.
Right?
I am buying this. I'm going to buy the... Is she narrating it?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
it is.
I
She
think
is.
so.
Oh, my
I
God.
think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I got to buy this.
You got to be kidding me with that,
man.
right?
What you going to do,
And his response is, I should have hugged you more.
What I don't understand is she sees him slap Chris Rock, and her first thought was,
Yes.
did you just call me your wife?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
This is
Poor guy,
This
man.
is not a good time for Will. Good
No.
thing he's on that boat.
Well, I know.
One
Don't
way
come
trip.
home.
Don't ever.
No.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Drake's dad, Dennis, is that his name? Yes,
Yeah.
Dennis. So the paparazzi caught up with it because there's been a lot of people wondering if and when Drake is going to come out and say something about Israel and the terror attacks and everything else. And he's faced some real harsh criticism for it, but it's kind of like nobody's winning saying anything right now.
Yeah.
But the people who are commenting on it are sort of, putting themselves out there and they're dealing with it. And they asked Drake's dad about the fact that Drake hasn't commented on anything.
Drake's obviously Jewish. Does everything going on in the world hit really close to home for him?
Well, I mean, I'm sure it affects everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just totally ridiculous.
It is, isn't it?
It's totally ridiculous.
Celebrities don't really know how to use their platform right now because it seems like they'll get criticized about it.
If you say something about this one, you're going to get criticized.
Right.
And if you say something about someone else, you're going to get criticized.
So sometimes you think better to keep your mouth shut or
just stay out of it.
Right.
Especially if you're somebody that's well known.
Yeah.
But be a celebrity and say something favoring one against the other, and it's going to come back on you.
So you think Drake's better off just sticking this one out?
Just be quiet.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Suzanne Somers passed away over the weekend.
No.
Remember this song? Did you ever remember? Did you ever watch Three's Company, Shem?
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Come and knock on our door.
You know the show, Maria?
Only because my dad's mentioned it.
Three's Company too. Ropers or Furley, Mocha?
What?
Did you watch Three's Company?
Like, I know of it. Not really.
No. Okay, so no then. No,
Okay, yeah, no.
Right? No, you didn't? What was, do you remember you never, like...
I know Furley.
Yeah.
He was the guy that...
He was the landlord.
Yeah.
But the Ropers were the first landlord.
Oh, okay.
Right?
No, I don't
So
know.
you don't remember the Ropers or the
No,
Furley? No. With Mrs. Roper wearing the big moo-moos and stuff like that?
No.
No?
I know Furley, though.
Do you remember his best friend, Larry? They used to hang out
Was
and
he
pick
a
up
pimp?
chicks at the Regal Beagle. No, he wasn't a pimp.
Oh.
He was a bit of a dog.
Oh, okay.
But he wasn't a pimp. A pimp?
Sorry, I don't know. Is this the way he dressed and
No.
stuff?
Do you remember Felipe down the hall?
No.
No, you don't remember Felipe? No? Maury,
his
you
deal?
remember Felipe?
I remember all this.
Yes, Felipe.
Was he the pimp?
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
I don't think he was a pimp.
Oh,
I don't think the show had a pimp.
It's just 70s clothing.
Yeah, I don't think.
Everyone looked like a
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I think
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, it did. It looked like that whole show looked like a pimp and hose party, right? That whole show, right?
But R.I.P. Suzanne Somers,
R.I.P.
man.
Suzanne Somers. You may know her, if you don't know her from Three's Company, you may know her from the Thigh Master infomercials, which happened after Three's Company. And here is Suzanne Somers from back in the day talking just about how much money she made off selling Thigh Masters.
I use the Thigh Master every day of my life. I do 50 in the morning, 50 mid-afternoon, and 50 while I'm lying in bed at night. And I could crack walnuts with my thighs. I live a good life. And 1995 times 10 million. So kind of do the math, and we're probably at 15 million now. We had partners, 50-50. And they got drunk on money when they all started selling, and they overspent to the point where they could no longer afford to be in their side of the business. So we bought them out. We have 100%.
Wow.
$300 million is what she made off the Thigh Master.
Brilliant.
Right?
What a legacy.
Right?
What a legacy. R.I.P. Suzanne Somers.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We were talking yesterday how Madonna, the Sunday night show, so she did her opening show at the O2 in London was Saturday, and then Sunday happened. And the show was cut short, and fans missed out on the last 4 songs of the set. which fans on Saturday night got to see, fans on Sunday did not. And we were talking about how the curfew on Saturday for that arena is 11, but on Sundays it's 10:30.
Weird.
She ran the show until 11 because she was late.
Okay.
She was late to the stage. Show ran till 11. As soon as 11 hit, they ended the show. That's when people lost out on the 4 songs. But because she ran from 10:30 until 11, which is over curfew, she now has to pay a $300,000 penalty.
But that's like nothing for her.
That's a lot of money.
That is
That's a lot of money.
Even to a
people,
millionaire.
People in her organization would be freaking out.
$300,000
on night 2.
And I watched all of the Sunday show, and it was like right after she sang the song Rain, she literally just went like, good night, everyone, and like bailed.
Yes.
That's what happens, man.
Yeah. Because if she was 11:01, it would have been another $300,000.
Yeah. Like she went down into the stage, gone.
Yeah. So you tell me $300,000 doesn't matter.
Clearly,
Clearly
So,
it does.
Like, what happened? Is it like the neighborhood? Do people complain, you think?
No, I don't know what it could be union stuff. Like often it's union stuff. Like if there's union workers that are taking care of the arena and the staff that they have to pay and all of this other stuff. Like that's sort of why they have curfews. Bands historically have there's like a lot of rock bands where they're like always late and they just pay it. Like that money
they don't care.
That money is worked into the tour.
Oh,
right. Like that's
yeah.
always happened. But I think for stuff like this, when a show is just timed so perfectly, where that Madonna show is going to be most likely be the exact same amount of time every single night that she plays it. That's just the way modern concerts are. But yeah, she went over $300,000. Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
A reporter caught up with Sean Levy, who is directing the new Deadpool.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, at the football game, Taylor Swift was there, and Sean Levy was there, and Ryan Reynolds was there, and Hugh Jackman was there. And so everybody was like, oh, damn, I wonder if Taylor is in the new Deadpool. And then those rumors became, is Taylor playing Dazzler in the new Deadpool and joining the MCU? So a reporter caught up with Sean, and they asked him about the rumors, and he said, quote, they sure are loud. I'm going across the board. No comment. That's because it's a double whammy. That's Taylor related and it's MCU related. I'm no dummy. You're going to have to wait and see.
So is Taylor Swift going to bring attention now to the MCU?
Is she going to put MCU on the map?
On the map, baby.
On the map.
Damn.
Yeah.
If anyone needs to be put on the map, it's DC.
Right?
Don't need to hire Taylor.
I know.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Scarlett Johansson was on the red carpet for the the 17th annual Golden Heart Awards. I don't even know what that is. But Scarlett Johansson married to Colin Jost. Colin Jost, of course, now back at work at SNL. Here's Scarlett on him finally getting out of the house.
SNL is back. I watched. Did you watch? Are you excited to see Colin back out there?
Yes, I think they're so I felt like the show was really loopy and fun and obviously everybody is overexcited to get back to work over there. It's been something that the cast and the crew have all been desperate to do. So it's a little light at the end of the tunnel for everything else that's going on.
Is it nice having him out of the house, or you miss it? I don't know.
I miss him. He works really crazy hours, but I'm happy that he's back at work and doing the thing that he loves. That makes everybody happy at the house.
Nah, she's glad he's gone.
Totally.
Right?
Oh my God.
Yo, don't remember what happened during the pandemic when everybody was home?
Completely.
Right? She's like, I got to go through this again 3 years later?
And she's not at work either, right?
I know.
Like that's at least if she was working, then she could go off and, oh my God, I have to go to Milan to shoot with some gorgeous guy whatever, right? At least she could do that. But when the actors are on strike and the writers and she's at home and he's at home.
He's both? Actor and writer?
Bro,
pandemic all over again.
It's all over. That killed, and that we know what that did to relationships, the pandemic. People, I don't know if you're not
tested, man.
You're not designed to be.
That was the ultimate test.
Yes.
I started dating during the pandemic.
You did?
Yeah, we met.
But you didn't
during the
live together, though. But you didn't live together.
No, but we spent almost every day, all day together.
Did you break rules when you first hooked up?
Probably.
Okay, wait. Were we?
I'm trying to figure out, like, restaurants were closed and everything.
Okay, so and then you were on what app did you meet on?
Hinge.
So the restaurants were closed. We were in lockdown. You were on Hinge.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you guys go on your first date?
We drove to the distillery and then we walked.
Past everything that was closed?
So outside, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you broke rules.
Yeah.
Because he went to his house and she went to her house. That's breaking the rules.
Yeah. But you could, like, go in to get, like, a coffee. Like, we did that, and then we had to leave after we got the coffee, but...
Right. Yeah. So did you go to his house?
Well, not until, like, the
what? The next night?
No.
The next day?
He invited me to his birthday, like, technically on, like, our third date. So, yeah, I guess.
You're not going to go to jail. You can just admit it.
I'm trying to think timelines. Yeah, I went to his house, obviously. Yeah.
So you broke rules.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rule breaker.
How many people were there?
Probably like 15.
Oh my God, you guys, super spreading event. What about Nana? Right?
Yeah.
What about Nana?
Yeah, we gotta look after our old people and stuff. Remember that? God, what a terrible time.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tommy Lee from Motley Crue, one of those guys that sort of lived that life, and I don't think he drinks anymore. I think because the last time he got drunk, remember he posted a nude selfie? Then he had that whole thing.
Please drink more then.
He was on with Bill Maher talking about what it was like back in the day.
It's easy to fall in love with the way it makes you feel, the way it makes you relax. And then all of a sudden you're like, I'm drinking 2 gallons of vodka a day. This is not like you're trying to kill yourself now. This is not like.
Are you talking about yourself? Come on.
2 gallons a day. I swear to you, dude, I swear to God.
Gallons?
Gallons, the big handle.
I know what a gallon is.
Dude.
Because I know it's 4 quarts.
Yes.
And a quart is like a bottle of liquor, is a normal bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So you drank 8 bottles of liquor?
Yeah, a day.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my wife.
For how long?
Man, for a long time.
I mean, your liver must be made of asbestos.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't believe, I pinch myself on a daily basis. Like, my still. I just did like the full body scan where they do head to toe everything, and I can't believe smoking, drinking, all the dumb or the fun that I've done.
Right.
Dude, the doctor was like, "You're good."
Yo, that's facts.
Okay.
2 gallons
of
liquor a day.
Okay, so a gallon is 128 ounces. A standard shot is 1.25 ounces to 1.5 ounces. God. So if we're being conservative, a gallon, and he was drinking, he says, 2 gallons a day. A gallon of vodka is equivalent to 85 shots of vodka.
Oh my God.
Double that.
Maria, that's kind of like you over the weekend,
Double
right?
that.
20 shots of tequila?
Yeah, me and Tommy Lee were drinking together.
Double that.
No.
That's
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's too much.
No.
That's even if it was water.
He's right, though. He should be dead.
Oh, and he didn't even, I don't even think did they even, I haven't watched the full interview, but did they even talk about heroin?
Oh, right. Yeah, then there's that.
Right?
Oh, my God. On the same day.
Then there's that. I know, that is crazy, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jada Pinkett Smith still out here talking about Will and the relationship. So this is kind of like her walking a few things back, I guess, but it's still very confusing for the audience. So this was her talking about how after the Oscar slap, it actually brought them closer together. So Will had to publicly melt down and embarrass himself and torch his career in order for her to be like, yeah, you're my man.
People were really surprised to find out that you and your former husband, still husband or former husband?
He's still that's still my man.
Okay.
That's still my man. just from my own healing, I just call us life partners. But he's He's my dude. He's my right hand.
Oh no.
Well, one of the things that surprised people that you've revealed is that you and Will have lived separate lives since 2016. Why was this one item, like a juicy item, something that you decided not to share until recently?
You know, I wasn't ready. You know, listen, uncoupling consciously is a very difficult thing, right? And so in this process of learning how to, I had a lot of things I had to resolve so it wasn't like a war in public. I didn't want that, like, for Will and I. And so I really needed time to get myself together. And in that process of my healing, just realized, like, do I really want to be divorced? Do I really want to be separated? And then the Oscars came. And believe it or not, it's crazy how intense events can bring people together. Because once the Oscars happened, Will and I got closer. And so
really, that actually helped. How so?
Well, because it was a storm.
And guess what? Will hopped on a boat to get out. Now, has anyone heard from him since that picture of him on a boat leaving?
Think so. And he did a couple statements about the book, and apparently he read it ahead of time and was like, didn't want her to change anything. And does this not sound like an incredibly emotionally abusive relationship? Like, he sounds like somebody that you and talks like and acts like somebody who is completely in an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not healthy at all.
No, it's one of the most unhealthy, and she's so calm about everything.
Which is
she's
scary.
Controlling it.
And she gets such joy in talking about how they're not together. Like, when she was talking to Hoda, she was giddy talking about how they're not together anymore.
I wonder if it's because she's like, finally I can tell the story.
But you shouldn't be joyful about it.
Well, she is, clearly. It's so wild to me, though, that when I listen to his book, like, none of this.
None of this.
Right? Even during the promo, like, just love for his family.
Yeah,
love for Jada.
None of this. And maybe he looks at the relationship differently than she does. Shem?
Maybe.
Does it make you wonder, and this is just strictly conjecture here, does it make you wonder if, like, this is her sort of get back? Like, maybe there's something that happened in their relationship between the two of them
that we don't know?
That we just don't know about. And this is her obviously very public way of sort of getting back. This feels nasty, right?
I agree.
And why would she say still my man?
Because that's how you keep him, right? Like, that's what you do
It's like giving him hope.
with the manipulation and everything else. I would say, Shem, yes, you may be right, but I would also say that I think that this now, what we're seeing, is for the first time what that relationship actually is. Yeah. I don't think that this is new. I think that this has been the way it's been forever.
For sure.
Since the beginning.
Forever. Yeah. It's crazy, though, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Big controversy with the Maple Leafs goal song. So, as we know, for years, fans were calling for them to get rid of the Hall & Oates You Make My Dreams track, right?
Yeah.
And as we know, nothing gets Maria going more than Hall & Oates. Right? Thank you.
Loves it.
And so all during preseason, they were using this, right? And everybody's like, oh, God, here we go with another full season. Whatever. So then game one, which was the Saturday night against Montreal, they used Pursuit of Happiness by Kid Cudi, the Steve Aoki remix.
Classic.
Which is this.
I love this song. You know when the beat kicks in? Yes. That's a celebration song right there.
Right?
Yeah.
So, a team spokesman for the Leafs told the Canadian press that the team is aware about the concerns about lyrics that reference drunk driving.
What?
In this song.
Tell me what you know about the night terrors every night, 5 a.m.
They said that these lyrics were not part of the portion that they played live in the stadium.
Oh, my God.
For context, I guess there's like, it talks about smoking weed and drinking and drunk driving, and he's cool with that and everything else.
Oh.
So so on Saturday's game, so that was a Wednesday. So then on Saturday's game when they were playing Minnesota Wild, they played Dup Dup by Mickey Krause as their goal song. Very Euro.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Look at the Maria. Oh, Maria loves it.
I love Euro.
She's Euro. Yeah, look at her, right? No, so that very Euro,
Yeah.
right? And then so that's now the second new song. Last night, they play Chicago Blackhawks. Leaf only scored one goal.
Yeah.
And their goal song that they used last night was Panama by Van Halen.
No.
It's safe.
So I don't know where they're going to land, but they seem to be using a different goal song every night.
But every other team has used all these songs.
Yeah.
Why does this sound like the Ultimate Warrior theme song? Oh my God, guys, why don't they just use this? Maple Leafs, why don't you guys just use like wrestling theme songs? Right?
God, I haven't heard this in forever.
Like they should just use this.
Totally.
Oh
This
my
is a good
God.
song, though.
No, guys. You know, if the Maple Leafs are going to use a celebration song that's going to get the crowd hype
Yeah.
and like really go over,
Yeah.
big crowd pop,
Yeah.
you got to drop this. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Too
If I were an opposing team on the opposing team, I'd be shook. I would be so shook hearing the Stone Cold Steve Austin theme song.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's
So
too slow.
No, it's
I agree.
not.
It's too slow.
It's too slow.
I agree.
You're not
I
going to get a
agree.
whole stadium up
No.
and everybody clapping like.
No, this?
No.
Do you not see what happens inside of arenas all over the world?
Yeah, but you WWE
When this-
fans, there's
when this
different
had,
people.
like- Come on!
Let's go back to Hall & Oates.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you more.
Let's just go
I
back.
would rather listen to Hall & Oates.
What, Leaf Store and you hear?
Yep. Here we go. And come on, everybody.
Yep.
Here we go.
Everybody in the house, get up.
1, 2, 3.
What I want? Honestly.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Are you ready to pay $1 per year to use Twitter?
What? No.
So,
Wait. Did you say a year?
$1 per year.
I guess.
So they're testing out on X their Not a Bot program in New Zealand and the Philippines right now. And it is going to charge new users and unverified users, so anybody who's not currently paying to have the blue check mark, $1 a year for access to posts, reply, like, lists, all of that stuff. Without the $1 a year, you can still read Twitter, but you really can't interact with anything. And this is what Elon Musk says. This new program aims to defend against bots and spammers who attempt to manipulate the platform and disrupt the experience of other X users. We look forward to sharing more about the results soon. So,
$1? Sure.
$1.
But that's not going to stop someone who runs a bot program. Like if you got 20 of them, $20 a month or a year.
But they will know who is paying.
Oh, I guess they would know.
Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
unless you're allowing people to pay with crypto, which I don't think they would for $1
No,
a year.
no.
But then you would sort of know like that it's traceable. But I'll tell you, like even just charging people, like there's a lot of like Twitter completely flipped, right? Like blue check marks used to be sort of like, oh, okay, you know, this is somebody who's somewhat accountable or notable or whatever it is. Now, if there's a blue check mark that I see on Twitter, I literally scooch right by it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's the people who paid for it have, in my opinion, been the awful people.
Totally.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Do I? Yeah, my check mark's gone.
Yeah.
I'm not paying them.
No. You're not going to do $1? I'll do $1.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I won't. I'm not going to pay for the blue check mark.
No.
I'll pay to continue to use Twitter or X, whatever.
They'll get my $1. They'll get my $1.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
When talks broke down last week between the major studios and the Screen Actors Guild, so the Actors Union, we knew that they were far apart, and they had said that the gap between the two sides was too great to continue productive negotiations, right? So this comes down to that number of streaming revenue, right? Like what the union wants set aside as residuals for streaming content, and then what the studios are willing to pay. So when the talks broke down, everybody was like, man, just go back in the room and try and figure it out, right? So here's how big that gap is and why they're no longer talking and why this strike could go on for a very long time. The union is asking for $480 million a year in residuals from streaming.
Okay.
The studios want to pay 20.
20 million?
20 million.
That doesn't seem fair.
The union is asking for $480 million. The studios offered 20.
So there's no room for negotiation?
That's how far apart they are right now in their negotiations. That's the difference.
Are we going to hit a time in, let's say, a year and a half, where there's going to be a big gap between releases? Because things that are coming out now were obviously filmed going back at least 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe 3 years.
Yeah.
Is there enough material out there to keep filling dates for
things
new
are-
releases?
Things are going to get pushed.
Things
Things are already getting pushed. Hey, Maury, how were you talking to Josh Hartnett and M. Night Shyamalan yesterday?
So, yeah, apparently that...
Hold on, wait, what?
Yeah, so Maury was, I don't know, were you walking home? Thank you. So you were what? You were walking home?
So I was outside taking my dog out to pee, and I noticed there were all the trailers or whatever where the movies was filming, right?
Yeah.
And so I was watching them film, and it's this M. Night Shyamalan's new movie for next year called Trap.
Right.
And I saw Josh Hartnett. So I
You
said,
talked to him?
I said hi to him. I said, "How you enjoying your time here?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
that
they did
kind
a
of thing.
picture together. I saw it. Like, it's legit. Like he was,
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
he was hanging on set
Was he
yesterday
nice?
with
Super nice. He was
with M.
drinking a
Night.
green drink.
But how are they filming?
That's the thing. I have no idea.
You didn't
And-
ask?
No, and apparently I broke news because M. Night fans had no idea.
M. Night
Josh,
who? Say it.
M. Night Shyamalan's fans has no idea that Josh Hartnett is in this movie.
Okay.
So people were freaking out about that.
Wait, but you talked to both of them?
Yeah, M. Night's super nice.
But
you didn't ask about the
how
strike
the hell
and
are you
everything?
guys even filming right now?
No, I was just like, they were super busy filming.
You took a selfie.
Yeah, that was quick.
They weren't that busy,
But
if they
so
stopped down to talk.
What I understand is it's an independent movie, and Josh got like a pass to do it because it's an independent movie. You can film independent movies.
Yeah, I guess a lot of those passes. A lot of people seem to be. A lot of movie stars are getting those passes,
right?
A lot of big directors are getting those passes.
So what else did M. Night say?
What's the movie called?
The movie's called Trap.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was filming at the Rogers Center.
Uh-huh.
And the Rogers Center will be the place where a concert for Lady Raven's concert will take place.
Oh, I love Lady Raven.
Yeah,
So there was like table set up with fake Lady Raven shirts and stuff. And the
Did
scene
you get
was...
one?
No, you weren't able to take it. It's props. And the scene is Josh Hartnett and his daughter are going into the concert.
Right.
And then all of a sudden all these SWAT trucks and something happens in the concert where like there's an insane amount of SWAT police showing up.
Oh, damn, spoiler alert.
NWA shows up to perform.
No, Lady Raven.
Lady Raven. Damn. Yeah. So anyway, that's how far apart they are on negotiations, which is crazy.
Oh, and can I say one more thing? Josh Hartnett's hands are very smooth.
Yeah. Big?
No, oddly small.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
I always thought he
Bro,
had big hands.
how you gonna diss a man like that? He's in this city, probably listening to this show. Sorry, Josh.
Yeah.
I said he had smooth, small hands.
I know. Wow. Wow.
Bruh.
You know what? That may be, you can diss a man in a lot of different ways, right? You really could. Telling a man that he's got small, smooth hands is right up there with one of the worst.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's right up there with one of the worst. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so, would you like to say anything to Josh Hartnett right now, David Moy?
But I'm not apologizing for facts.
Josh Hartnett, you have an open invite to join us on the Roz and Mocha Show anytime that you want while you're in this city.
Damn.
If you want to discuss,
Yeah.
confront Dammit Maury.
Yeah.
We had nothing. Roz and I had Roz. Let me just be clear. Roz, myself, Shem, and Maria had nothing to do with that.
No, hit us up, Smooth and Small. Right? You know what I mean? Right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Britney Spears, in her memoir, which comes out next week, writes about getting an abortion after becoming pregnant with Justin Timberlake's baby.
What?
In an excerpt obtained by People magazine.
What?
She says, it was a surprise, but for me, it wasn't a tragedy. I love Justin so much. I always expected us to have a family together one day. This would just be much earlier than I'd anticipated, she goes on to say. But Justin definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy. He said we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives, that we were way too young. This was when they were dating. It was 99 to 2002 when they were dating. And so this was sort of like right in the middle. And
they were both like peak career.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Justin Timberlake obviously with NSYNC.
Yeah,
right?
and I know a lot of people were when the story first came out that she was writing a book, the rumors were that Justin Timberlake was freaking out, and this has to be why, because she's basically saying that if the decision was up to her, she would have kept the kid.
Yeah.
But it was Justin who was adamant on the abortion, and then now people are going back and rewatching the video for Every Time. Because in the video for Every Time, if you read the lyrics for Every Time in the video, there's Britney in a hospital room, and there's like one scene where somebody's giving birth to a baby. People had thought that song was about the breakup with Justin Timberlake, but now people are wondering if that song is about the abortion that she
my God.
didn't want to have, I guess. And then can you believe after that, Justin Timberlake did Cry Me a River?
I know.
Right?
It's still my favorite JT song. So.
Yeah, it's a good one. But I'm just saying, right? He has to do that NSYNC reunion now. There's no way.
Yeah.
He's got to do something. He's got to, like, if I'm Justin Timberlake right now, I'm like
doing all the happy things.
I'm offering like an even split with the other guys too.
Yeah.
He needs them.
Yeah, need to get away.
Yeah. Christina Aguilera on with Jimmy Kimmel last night, and Christina Aguilera also, if you remember the whole Britney and Christina thing and all this other stuff. So is there a chance that Christina might wind up in Britney's memoir?
You know, Britney Spears has a memoir coming out. Do you think you will be in it? Has she called you and said, hey, heads up?
Dude, I don't know.
There's a chapter about you? Are you hoping that you're in it?
I don't know. Am I hoping? I mean, I'm hoping that, everything is all good with her and everything's beautiful. So, I think the future should be celebrated. And
sure.
Yes.
If you had to choose between being in it and not being in it. Because I'm going to tell you. For real. Because I would like to be in it. Or I feel like I'm not
maybe
going to.
you will be in it. You know what? Let's put it this way. I'd rather be you than me. So, hopefully you'll be in it. You'll make the book.
Wow. Britney also accuses Justin Timberlake of cheating on her with, quote, another celebrity in her book. So,
Christina Aguilera.
I don't know who that would be. Oh, my God. Could you imagine? Woof.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It's a good thing your paperback came out this week and not next week.
I know. Thank you. A
little bit broken, available everywhere.
Thank you. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to read at the book reading next week.
Oh, by the way, give the details on that. Some people missed it.
It's so I'm doing because I didn't do a reading, and I wasn't really wanting to do a reading, but I'm going to do a reading on Monday the 23rd at Queen Books, which is Queen and Logan, I think, something like that, in Toronto, and I'm doing it with. What's the matter? I don't know what's the matter.
Why are you laughing?
I'm just because I just suddenly pictured Roz with his readers on and them printing the book in large font for him.
Believe me, I thought about that because I'm not going to be able to read it from the book.
Why don't you just read it from your iPad?
I can't read off an iPad. I don't
Why?
like reading off iPads.
You
I don't
zoom
have an
in.
iPad.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to borrow mine?
No, I'm going to print it. I'm going to use paper.
Oh.
Stapled at the top. Yeah.
Do you want me to hold it in front of you like they do cue cards?
No, I don't. I might need cue cards. What?
Why don't you just have it on the teleprompter?
A teleprompter at a bookstore? No.
Oh, yeah, that defeats the purpose.
Okay, like I can't look that fancy. That's the thing is I have to sort of look organic when I do this.
Well, then you have to read it from the book.
Jesus. Hold on. Now that I have this, I got to get the details. I don't have the details.
No, hold on. I have a great idea.
What?
What if I'm sitting in the back room and you have an earpiece and I'm reading from the book and you just repeat everything that I say?
Like the Johnny Depp School of Acting?
Yes.
Like we'll do it that way?
Why don't we do that?
No, we are not doing that. So the
Put your readers on, please. Because you're gonna.
I wish everyone could see what you just did. He's holding his
give
phone.
the wrong info.
What?
You're gonna
Okay,
send people to like a pet store.
Stop. Okay, so it's happening. So I'm, and if you didn't get your book signed the first time, just come by. I'll sign it. The place is small though, so get there early. It is going on Monday on the 23rd at Queen Books, 914 Queen East at 6:00. I got all that right.
Let me see your phone.
Wait, what's the matter?
Give Mocha your phone.
How far were you holding the
fact
phone
check.
from your face?
Yeah, 914. Okay, good.
Probably
Yeah,
like that's probably like 2.5 feet.
No, he got
Maria.
the info right.
Like my full arm length.
He got the info right.
What's that?
The
No,
squint
squinting doesn't work. No. Squinting doesn't work. The only thing that works is distance.
Okay.
Right?
Put your readers
Yeah,
on.
shut up.
Yeah, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Global anger has erupted as President Biden arrived in Israel against the backdrop of the hospital that was blasted yesterday in Gaza. The explosion has said to have killed hundreds of people, including children. According to the Gaza health minister, which is really Hamas, witnesses and journalists have described the scenes as complete carnage. Now, Hamas is blaming Israel. Israel is saying that it was a failed rocket from the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, which is another militant group in the region. They're denying their involvement. Joe Biden said this morning, and this is just about the most Joe Biden way to react to this.
God, what?
When they asked him, I guess he's been going through the details as far as who or what caused this blast. He said that it was, quote, done by the other team.
Oh, my God.
And
Joe Biden.
A lot of people were very quick to start saying very early on who was responsible for this, like a lot of big news organizations. And with something like this, like, you know, you're looking at World War III kind of territory with this, right? And nobody really knew at the time. And there's still no definitive proof. And this will be something that nobody will ever be satisfied with the answer, even regardless of what information, proof, research, data ever comes across anybody's eyes. Every single person who has already made up their mind about this, regardless of any info that can come from today forward. This will be the thing that nobody will ever agree on what exactly happened. It's
Joe Biden
crazy.
With the other team quote.
The other team, yeah.
Come on.
It was done by the other team. I just think people need to be way more careful when something like this happens. I was watching TV Live when this happened yesterday. And
Joe Biden? Or
no,
the
the
explosion?
blast.
The blast.
The explosion. Because it was kind of in a parking lot, right? Behind the hospital. And the thing about that parking lot in that area is where a lot of Palestinians were sort of gathered because it was just sort of an open area. And that's where they were sleeping and the people who weren't moving south and all this stuff. And maybe they had family or whatever that was actually in the hospital. And then Israel has said forever that Hamas and they keep their rockets by hospitals just because they know Israel won't blast the hospital, but now they're saying that they did, and Israel's saying that it was a failed rocket from them, and nobody will ever agree on what happened yesterday with that tragedy. It's crazy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's an army of moms on TikTok who are claiming to be detox specialists and are pushing methods for childhood behavioral disorders through detoxing. And what they're actually hiding is that they are, of course, all part of a multi-level marketing scam. And the way that these moms get around this, so MLMs are banned on TikTok, right? Multi-marketing. So you click on the link, you go to the website, and you can buy the products, but what they really want you to do is become a seller of the products, right? It's like, that's, these kinds of scams, right? because you can't do them. And so they try and deactivate these accounts. But these people who are claiming to be detox experts with mouth sprays and bath treatments for children, claiming without any evidence that they can help rid children of toxins such as heavy metals, parasites, mood swings, picky eating, and even autism.
What?
It has become so crazy on TikTok with these trying to chase down these multi-level marketing scams that they can't sort of harness them. They can't reel them in because...
Was it like pyramid scheme?
Yeah, that type of thing, right? Like they want you to become a salesperson. So the person, you click their link, that person makes money and they get a kickback and all this and all this other stuff. But the way that they do it, right? The way that they pitch this stuff is that how they get around giving fake medical advice is that the way that these women do it on TikTok is this isn't medical advice. I'm just giving you advice mom to mom.
Gotcha.
Right? That's
Why
how
wouldn't I
they
trust you. You're another mom.
That's how they do it. And the whole thing with detoxing, like detoxing is a scam. Detoxing is designed to sell products. There is no evidence to support any detox products from eliminating any toxins from the body. It is a fake treatment for a fake condition, and there's no such thing as a detox bath, right? But that's what everybody's dealing with now. And there's a lot of people spending money on this. And these products are not cheap. They're very expensive. But when you're a mom, right, and you got a kid who's not eating or disruptive or autistic or whatever it is.
You do whatever you can.
You do whatever you can because that's what you do as a parent.
Yeah, let me try this.
Let me try it.
It's also huge with the parasite cleanses that you keep seeing on TikTok as well.
Is it?
Yeah. I keep getting those on mine. I've seen a few of these videos as well. But people saying like, do a parasite cleanse, take all these different things. You'll have a giant worm come out of you.
What?
Yeah. I'm not kidding.
You haven't clicked on any of those links, have you, Maria?
They're just TikToks. And I've watched a few, and then it makes you think like, oh, well, if I'm bloated, do I have a parasite? Or if I feel like this, do I have a parasite?
Like a tapeworm?
All kinds of parasites you can get from food and stuff too, right? But they
And
really
what is it,
play
like
on
pills and powders and stuff like that?
Yeah, like sprays, baths, exactly what Roz said. Like literally all of the above.
Yes. Okay, those things are designed to sell product.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you see Will Smith's reaction video to Jada yesterday on social?
Yeah.
So,
come on, Will, what you doing?
Okay, so Will sat there.
Can I just say real quick?
Yes.
Okay, no,
Yes.
go ahead.
No,
Explain what
I'm-
it is in case anyone hasn't seen it. I assume everybody
So it's
saw it.
Will. Everybody wants a reaction from Will to Jada's book, and so it's Will Smith sitting in a chair, and he's like, "You want my response or whatever the hell he says? I don't know." And then he goes, huh, and he covers his arm and he sneezes. And as he sneezes, like the camera pans out and it's all this like sort of digital stuff going through the universe and all this crazy distance. And I don't know, maybe there's some metaphor to distancing himself from all of that or getting a perspective. I don't know what the significance of it was.
I like the graphic.
Yeah, but that's what it was, right?
Yeah, I like the graphic. I like the animation.
Yeah, but that's what his big response was.
I wonder if that's what he sees. What's the drug he takes when he has to go
ayahuasca.
Off? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what it's like when he takes
I could
ayahuasca.
never do that. Catherine, those people that have done ayahuasca.
Really?
Yeah. They say it's very beneficial.
He goes to like a remote place and like in a hut and like he has to stay there until it wears off.
Yeah, I know. That's the way
That's
you
what
have
I
to
learned
do it.
from his book.
Yeah, and people do that, and they give you like a bucket to throw
But
up
they
in
like
and stuff
you
like that.
trip like according to him
Like crazy. You trip balls on ayahuasca.
You see things, you say things, you hear things.
Yes. I could never let go like that.
No.
I could never do something like ayahuasca.
No.
And also, I don't like anybody enough to go out in the desert and get high with them. Right? Because you don't want to do that alone, do you?
You wake up, somebody Sharpied all over your face.
Right. That's what I mean. My pants are gone. Right.
Took your
I wake
wallet.
up. I'm hungover, no pants. Like a loser written across my forehead.
A month later, you get to look at your credit card statements, like thousands of dollars in Apple products.
Yes, right? Like, just like, no.
Just hustle.
No, it would be embarrassing stuff. It would be like $1,000 in detox bath treatments. Right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, did you see Billie Eilish's new back tattoo that she posted a picture of?
I did.
What the hell's going on with that?
Well, it's not finished, right?
I don't know what you're going to turn that into.
Like, they got to clean it up and everything and let it
But
set.
what
I guess.
is it?
I think it's part of a bigger piece.
So she posted a picture of herself, and it's like it looks like just a giant scribble that goes from the very back of her neck all the way
Almost-
down to the small of her back.
Almost like Celtic, right?
No, it's just scribbles. Like
Or
it looks
alien
like
style?
yeah.
Like how Grimes, when she did her, well, actually, no, hers looked like scratches.
One fan said that it looked like the portal for Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah, to head to the upside
Yeah.
down.
Right?
Yeah. I think it's part of a bigger piece. I think she's going to cover her whole back.
Oof. Somebody says, why is it so messy? Did you use Cutlass to draw this?
Oh, damn.
Wow.
But it's
It looks infected.
I mean, it's new, right?
Guys, it's not done yet.
All tattoos look infected when they're new, right?
Not that. I don't know. I mean, I don't have big ones, so I don't.
But
Where do you have tattoos again?
My ear, my foot, and my ribs.
Oh, okay.
But I don't like. Also, the guy who was doing the tattoo is a very messy tattoo artist.
Yeah,
It should not be that dirty, like during the process. Like you
It
gotta
looks like a horror scene.
like it's really
Right?
filthy. Yeah.
Like when I get my, like the guy that does my tat,
Yeah.
like he'll do a little bit and then he wipes.
Yes.
Do a little bit and then he wipes. So it's very clean.
Yes, the whole process.
Right? A lot of tattoo artists.
And you understand there's blood involved and there's ink involved and everything
100%.
else. But when you look at the picture of Billie Eilish lying there, I'm like, it looks like
This guy was like, you know what? I'll clean up later.
yes.
But how do you see through the mess?
I don't know.
That's my question. Because I get
but
that's part of the process, right?
Yeah.
Draw a little, you ink a little, and then you wipe. So you
Yeah.
can see the canvas.
It's not attractive. But I don't know. Normally you can see a tattoo and go, yeah, it's gonna be this. And you give it a little bit of time because you're like, maybe it's not done yet, and there's some detail. But
Yeah.
it looks like a 5-year-old took a pen and just scribbled up and down through the middle of her back.
Maybe that's exactly what it is.
It could be. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
Because I know we were in the deep dive talking about tattoos just now, right?
Yeah.
And how I got my forearm done.
Yeah.
But you got your forearm on your left arm, right?
yeah.
Done
Yeah.
as well last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, because you used to talk before about like trimming down the hair on your arms. And then obviously when they did that for you this time around, they shaved it down.
Yeah.
So when I did mine in the summertime and my tattoo artist shaved it down, because you had always talked about like how nice it
feels great.
Bro,
Yeah.
like I think I may have to start trimming down my arm hair.
Yeah.
It feels really
when I
good.
When I trim my chest and all that stuff, I always do my arms. I
Do
just
you?
haven't done it in a while. Always.
Yeah, like when you
Always do my arms. It feels great when you put a shirt on after you've just trimmed down your arms. Oh, there's no
You
better
laughing at Maria?
feeling.
Why don't you just wax them?
No, then you get bumps and like, no. Nobody wants that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Chris Rock and Kevin Hart documentary is coming to Netflix called Headliners Only. This is from those shows that Chris and Kevin did back in 2022 in New York and New Jersey. Here's the trailer for that.
This is a story about two separate journeys, but somehow align and end up at the same intersection at the top. I said, why don't we do something together? What do you think about doing New York? I'm excited about this week, not just because of the arena factor. I'm just excited to hang out with you. That's it. The first real comedic star that I had a conversation with was Chris Rock.
I didn't go to college. I barely went to high school. I had holes in my shoes.
This week in New York is an event. It's a big deal, man.
Yo, I am so hyped for this.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I'm looking at this story. There's a guy named Ken Griffin who's like a hedge fund guy, like a money guy. He used to run a company called Citadel. And he is now looking to build what will become the most expensive home in the world. So he spent the last like 10 years buying up property in Palm Beach on Billionaires Row, like where Donald Trump lives and like all those other guys live down in Palm Beach. And he bought up, I think it was 27 acres over the years and tore everything down on those 27 acres. And now he's going to spend, I think they said $250 million building one house.
What?
Right? So he's going to spend $250 million building one house. And they say that on that land, when that house is completed, it will be $1 billion property.
No. Nobody needs a house That big or that expensive?
$1 billion is what it will be. And the crazy thing is the size of this house. So it's 50,000 square feet.
So
right?
you're basically building a mall to live in.
But it's a ranch style. It's a bungalow. So it's not like it's 4 floors. This thing just stretches. The house itself is gonna take up 5 acres.
Like those outlet malls.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. It's a Jimmy Choo outlet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But it'll be $1 billion. Damn it, Maury. If you could build $1 billion home, what would be your one must have?
Oh, my one must have? 2 bedrooms, but very far apart.
2 bedrooms.
Just
Bro,
2?
You got $1 billion. You out here acting like a simp.
But it's funny, we're talking about this now because Matthew and one of his coworkers wants to buy land and split it.
And split it?
They're going to go in on land in Prince Edward County together and share the land.
And do what with it?
Like you build one house and then a wall and then we'll build another house.
You think you're allowed to do that?
It's your land.
No, you're not.
What do you mean?
You're not allowed to buy land and put 2 houses on it?
Wait, are you?
Why can't you do that?
Would you live? Are you a part of the plan?
Yeah. Like we would have a cabin and she would have a cabin.
You can't buy land and then just start building a subdivision. You will never get permitted for that.
You have to have permits if you own the land?
Oh my God. You know what? No.
No, you don't actually.
Do it.
Yeah, go.
Great idea.
Yeah, mortgage the condo, go buy all the land, and you build your 2 bedrooms on opposite ends of your house.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Here's Bowen Yang from SNL talking about how none of the cast members on SNL knew that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were going to show up last Saturday.
Did you know they were coming?
No.
They just came. They just came.
They
to SNL.
just came, and it was a dress rehearsal. It was like great. That was fun. I'm in my room, getting stuff. Tidying up my room. I had people watching from my dressing room for the air show. I walk outside. I go to my makeup chair. I see 2 people talking to 2 tall people.
You said tallest people in the world.
Tallest people in the world.
Yes.
I went. By the way, it's one thing to see them individually.
Many times.
In space.
Yeah.
But it's pure false multiplier. It's like I see them together. I go,
oh no,
I'm in the redwood forest.
Yeah.
How tall is Taylor Swift? Is she like super tall? Or is she like 5'8"?
I think she's like 5'10".
5'10"? Wow.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce just bought a new house. $6 million in Kansas City, which gets you a lot of house, apparently, in Kansas City. 16,000 square feet.
Oh, my God. What you need that big house for?
Because his house has become a tourist attraction because he was just living in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right? Like, his house is on the street. Like, you just drive by and you're like, you can look into if he's watching television. Like, his house is just there. So he had to move into a gated community now because people just keep showing up in front of his house.
Any celebrity just try to throw everybody off and go rent like an apartment somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? So then that way, maybe someone walks by and like, hold on a second, is that Travis? No, that can't be Travis. Nah, it's not Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Right? Like a little 1 bedroom.
Yeah,
somewhere.
I agree with you. 6 bedrooms, 6 baths is what he got. There's a swimming pool with a waterfall, a tennis court, a pickleball court, because that's really big right now. There's also a mini golf course.
Wow.
At his place. 16,000 square feet, $6 million.
Man, you don't need that much house.
You don't think so?
No.
16,000 square feet?
That much property?
Yeah.
No.
Why not? You think that's too much, huh?
Yeah, too
What's
much.
the perfect amount? What's the perfect size? What's the perfect size?
Like 3.
3?
Yeah. Modest.
You think 3 is modest?
No, I'm talking about for Travis Kelce. You're talking about a superstar.
You think these 6'6"? You think he's going to live in a 3,000 square foot house?
Yes. Why
Hell
not?
no. Hell no.
Do it.
No chance.
Your accountant would love it.
Yeah, it's true.
Actually, no, his accountant loves this.
Oh, I got another Travis Kelce story here. Look at this.
Please.
I don't know how I wound up with so much Travis Kelce news
Thank
today.
God Taylor Swift put him on the map, huh?
So here is, because he and his brother Jason do a podcast every week. And a couple of weeks ago, they said that they were done talking about Taylor Swift. But they spent a whole lot of time talking about Taylor Swift. So this is the Kelce brothers talking about because I guess the last time Taylor showed up at a game, the first couple, remember it was all Taylor and Travis's mom, and it was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Well, this time, what wound up on the television screen was the moment that Taylor was talking to their dad.
If you were watching the game, you saw something momentous happen.
Momentous.
Which was Taylor Swift talking to Ed Kelsey.
Yeah, Taylor talking to Dad. You already know. You know Dad like I know Dad.
Which is, he shouldn't be talking to Taylor Swift.
This is a terrifying conversation. I felt terrible. I felt terrible for Taylor for being in this.
Talking to Mom. All right, that's going to be fine.
Delightful. It's going to be a wonderful conversation.
If you see Dad talking to anybody and you can't hear what's happening, who knows where that conversation's going?
We can't keep kicking Dad just because we enjoy doing it, man. Our dad is the best dad in the world. He is a great converser.
It was nice because Mom has been getting quite a bit of the spotlight, so it was cool to see Dad up there on the jumbotron for a little bit, or on the TV for a little bit.
You can just see in this picture, all he's doing is just absolutely pumping her up. He started listening to her music a little more. He started doing some stuff.
Yeah,
just like Dad. Wait, Dad.
Bless his heart. What is he saying? He's definitely. He said, "Now I've taken
Has
all
he
of your
stolen her music from the library?"
He's probably saying, "I've taken all of your CDs out at the local library, and I've started to burn them into my computer."
Yeah, it's not like, because dads are idiots, right?
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, that's always a weird thing, when they got to meet the dude. Did you ever? How long were you with Jenna before you let Jenna sit alone with your dad?
Oh,
because you wonder, like, what's the stories, right?
Like, is it awkward?
Because dads come armed with stories, right? And you're like, what stories is he gonna tell when I'm not around?
My dad was pretty good.
Was he?
Yeah, my dad was good.
Yeah.
What's it like, Maria?
Shem,
listen to Shem. What's the matter with you, Shem?
Bruh, my parents just use any opportunity to roast me.
Oh,
right?
yeah?
Oh, yeah. Shemi cried from Guyana to New York. Didn't stop, nonstop.
What was the last story that they told your new girl?
That exact same story. And they say the same story over and over and over again.
Shem was a crybaby?
Yeah, Shem cried from Guyana to New York, nonstop.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Before we get to Maria, damn it, Maury, how long before you were with Matthew before you let him alone with Frank?
I don't think he's never been alone.
Maria, your dad and Louie?
Pretty quick, yeah. I'd probably say 3 weeks in. 4 weeks in. Yeah.
Were you terrified of what he was going to say?
Yeah, when Louis met my parents, I was more scared than he was. Like, he asked me if I was going to be okay in the car going to my house.
Why were you so scared?
I had never brought anyone home before.
Oh! Whoa!
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So what happened? So he shows up, or the two of you show up at your parents' place.
Yeah.
And
we went into the living room, and my dad was watching some sort of sport. I can't remember what was on the TV. And then we just sat down and we talked, and it was chill. My dad, does his, the dad laugh and the jokes. And
what's the dad laugh? Do it right now.
It sounds like Roz's laugh.
Hey, shut up. In the other room. Leave me out of this.
what did they talk about? Do you remember? Or do you remember like what you all talked about that time?
Honestly, I blacked out. I don't even know what we talked about.
Did you sit side by side or no?
Yeah, not like very side by side. Like there was a cushion at least.
Did you put your hand on his? Did you put your hand on his leg?
No, there was no
physical
touching.
contact.
There was no physical contact.
No, like you need like not even like holding hands or anything.
No, I was terrified.
Like if he got up, you didn't like rub his back or anything like that.
No. I think after like the first like 3 times he came over, then like we started getting more comfortable.
Yeah.
But at first I was like, oh my god.
Like, what about he didn't get up and you didn't look at your dad and go, God, the ass on that one. Hey, pops.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Taylor Swift released 2 new versions of Cruel Summer. So she went on Instagram and said, what a truly mind-blowing thing you've turned the Eras Tour concert film into. I've been watching videos of you guys in the theaters dancing and prancing and recreating choreography, creating inside jokes, casting spells, getting engaged, and just generally creating the exact type of joyful chaos we are known for. One of my favorite things you've done was when you supported Cruel Summer so much. I ended up starting the Eras Tour show with it. For old time's sake, I'm releasing the live audio from the tour and also a bonus remix by LP Giobbi. I don't know how you say that guy's name. Is it LP Giobbi?
Or Giobbi?
Giobbi? I'm not sure. So here's the live version.
Gabagool.
Here's the live version that Taylor released.
Fever dream high in the quiet of the night. You know that I caught it. Bad boy, shiny toy with the price. You know that I bought it. Feeling me slow.
Yes.
I'm always waiting for you to be waiting below. Devils roll their dice.
Angels roll their eyes.
Doesn't kill me, makes me want you more. And it's you.
Sounds good, right?
Yeah, love it.
Okay, and here is the remix that she released.
Fever dream high in the quiet of the night. You know that I caught it.
No.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Price, you know that I bought it. Kill it peaceful out the window. I'm always waiting for you to be waiting below. Devils roll the dice. Angels roll their eyes. What doesn't kill me makes me want you more. And it's you. Shaping your body. It's
Well, it's just fast.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. No, that's not my Taylor. No, sorry.
No, I don't like that. I think there's probably tons more remixes that are better than that.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
No,
Sorry.
it's not for you.
DJ Gabagool, no, gotta go. I don't like it. Hey, one thing that kind of like flew under the radar with all the Taylor Swift stuff and like the movie and Travis Kelce and the tour is that I saw a trailer, I think it was on Disney maybe, for another documentary. But this one focuses on the making of the Folklore album.
Yeah, we knew that happened.
No, but it hasn't come out yet.
No.
I think
Has
it's
it?
coming out soon.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Really?
I think I saw it, like, I'm pretty sure it's Disney. I saw a trailer for it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it was out. I think it was out already.
Nobody's really talking about it.
I think it was out already.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
I think so.
I just saw the trailer for it.
Really? Maybe I'm wrong. I think it was out already, but I don't know. I don't even know why I have an opinion on this.
Didn't they come out in 2020?
That's what I thought.
The
I know it's
album?
old.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Watch now on Disney.
But I don't know. Yeah. Who knows? Not me.
Obviously.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
82-year-old banger, Martha Stewart, commenting on the idea of dressing for one's age. She was asked about that. Her response was, dressing for whose age? Ooh. Good response. She goes, I don't think about age. I think people are more and more and more fabulous than they've ever been in their senior years, and I applaud every one of them.
That's Shep's crush right there.
What a woman.
That's the loudest clap.
Martha goes on to say, I've dressed the same since I was 17. If you look at my pictures on Instagram, which Shem does daily,
facts,
I look pretty much the same.
Time.
Yeah, Shem's in love.
Dime from time.
I'm looking at one picture on here. I don't know when this picture on her Instagram is from. Shem.
Don't watch too hard, eh?
Watch how you talk to Shem's girl.
The one where she's in like the silver sort of long coat with the silver shoe with the leg coming out of that thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's Shem's lock screen picture, right?
Do you know the pic I'm talking about, Shem?
No, give me that description one more time.
Okay, so she's leaning up, but she got one hand on a wall.
Okay.
And she's got like a silver sequinty kind of dress shirt thing on. I don't even know what it is. And it's got a high slit, and her whole ass leg is coming out. She's got silver shoes on.
Hey, man, I don't like... You're a little too excited. Okay. For my legging. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Yo, can I tell you how many times I got sent that exact same picture? Holy cow. With no caption. Just, here you go.
All right.
Wow.
It's the hair in that pic, though.
Yeah, it's the hair.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, the hair.
All right. Anyway, we love Martha Stewart. She's
So lock screen, Shem?
Listen.
She's the bomb.
No
82.
Beautiful.
And just like
die.
And
big up
what a
Martha Stewart.
reinvention Martha Stewart had. You know what I mean? Before she went to the joint, Martha Stewart was beige. She was porridge. There was nothing exciting. She was the most middle of the road human being who had built an empire making women feel inadequate.
Wow.
And then Martha Stewart goes to the joint and she comes out a totally different person. And now look at her,
A beauty.
right?
I know.
Just
a
crazy.
beauty.
Love it all.
Okay, all right, not too much, man. Gee.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Britney Spears, after the revelation of the abortion that Justin Timberlake talked her into when she didn't really want to have one. After that excerpt from the book, Britney's The Woman in Me, 1 week before it is released, shot to number 1 on Amazon's bestseller list. Jada Pinkett Smith probably kicking a wall or kicking Will somewhere.
Will, get over here.
She's just going to start making stuff up now, right? Yeah.
Hey, I saw a crazy headline today that Will and Jada had talked about potentially writing a book together.
Oh my God.
So I don't know if it was like had and scrapped or had and will.
Yeah, I don't know. But Britney wrote on Instagram, number 1, 1 week until my book, The Woman in Me, hits shelves. Thank you all for making it number 1 on Amazon already. Britney, as we said, will read the introduction for the book. She's not doing the audio version for the book. Michelle Williams is doing the audio version of the book.
Okay.
The actor, not the singer.
The one Mocha's talking about where Jada and Will are writing it together, it's called Don't Try This at Home.
Is that an actual book?
No, they're working on it together.
Oh.
She said it in an interview with Extra.
Really, huh? Damn, man. Oh, he's going to... that whole book is going to be, here's how to fix a lousy husband. And he's going to have to be... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That whole book.
He should just delete all of his social.
Yeah.
Or hide.
Oh.
Or hide.
I know. He
He's
needs
still
to go
sleeping on that
away.
boat.
I know. She thinks she's a star of that family, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
R.I.P. to Burt Young. He was Paulie from the Rocky movies. Loved that guy so much. His character, just despicable, but came around.
I don't want nothing from you. This ain't no charity case. Get out of my house.
Yeah, Bob.
Get out of my house, I just said.
Don't talk to him like that.
Hold that sight, Paulie.
I don't want you missing, huh? Yeah, come on! You want to hit on me? Come on!
Wasn't that like part 1 when he...
Yeah.
Didn't he take like the Christmas turkey or Thanksgiving
Threw it
turkey?
out in the yard.
Throws it outside?
Yeah.
Oh, so
yeah.
mean.
Adrian had been in there cooking all day.
Yeah.
Just trying to make a home. And then Paulie comes in, all drunk and pissed off.
And he throws it outside.
Yeah. And even though Rocky could destroy him at any point, Rocky never lays a hand on him.
No, 'cause he's got a heart.
He gave him nothing but love because he was the lousy brother of the woman he loved.
Yeah.
Right? That was
Paulie,
it.
why you gotta be like that?
Take it to the zoo. Like, the character's just the best.
All right, Paulie.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.